It is day 2 of testimony in the Chad Daybell trial. We want to warn you that today was filled with gruesome testimony about how detectives found the murdered children, J.J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan. Linda Larson is covering the trial in Boise. Let's check in with her right now. Linda, what more did we learn today?
It was a tough day in court today, as you can expect, Todd, as the jurors heard about how those children were found. It was heartbreaking testimony about what they had to deal with when they found those children buried in Chad Daybell's backyard. Now, when we first arrived at the court today, we saw Larry Woodcock, and he said that he felt good about how the trial was going so far, but he knew today was going to be a tough day.
Both his statements were unbelievable. I think the prosecution was dead on. I think they nailed it. I think the defense was admirable in what they did. But let's go to court. Let's get this to the jury.
Judge Stephen Boyce did not allow the graphic photos to be shown over the live stream, but they were shown in the courtroom to the jurors over their monitors. Detective Ray Hermosillo was on the stand again today, talking about the way they found JJ and Tylee's bodies that were buried in Chad's backyard. He said they found what was left of Tylee burned and parts of her thrown into a green plastic bucket and buried in the pet cemetery.
When we lifted it, it all broke apart because there was nothing holding it together. So at that point, we had to go back in and remove all the pieces of the charred flesh and burnt bone and organs and pieces of Tylee that put onto the top.
He also described the way they found JJ. He was buried under a tree with wood paneling and large stones placed over him to hide his body. He was bound and wrapped in plastic garbage bags.
I observed a small child with duct tape on his head from his chin to his forehead area, tightly wrapped around his head. He had red pajama pants on, red pajama shirt. He had his arms folded this way across his body, and there was duct tape from elbow all the way around to his other elbow.
We also got our first look at cross-examination by the defense attorney John Pryor. He tried to poke holes into the state's case by shifting the blame for the murders to Lori Vallow and her brother, Alex Cox.
The allegation is that JJ was acting up and went into the hair of Alex Cox.
Correct.
And then Alex took JJ into a separate apartment, correct? And then the last time that anybody saw JJ was later that evening, is that fair?
Yes.
And that was when Alex Cox was carrying JJ Vallow into the apartment of Lori, David, and Melanie Gibb, right?
Correct.
We were all staying there together, correct?
That's correct.
And then somewhere at that point, whether it was at that point or subsequent to that evening, or that evening, that's when you believe that JJ Vallow was murdered.
That's correct.
And Todd, as you can imagine, this horrible testimony, so hard for everyone in the courtroom to hear, but especially hard on Larry Woodcock, JJ's grandpa. And as that testimony was being given of JJ, he was standing with family. They had their arms around him and were holding his hand to buoy him up during this time. As you can imagine, also, Kay Woodcock was not in court today. She did not want to hear this testimony. Now, the court is running a little bit ahead of schedule, so there will be no court tomorrow. They did let go a little bit early today. The next day of testimony will be on Monday. Todd, back to you.
Okay, Linda, thank you for that. Of course, we are live streaming the trial live on our website, localnews8.com. That happens each day. You can also find all of our past reporting there on this case.